generally do is I mostly wet my paper always. Whether I'm doing a wet on wet or I'm not doing a wet on wet, irrespective of fact, I always wet my paper first. If I'm not doing a wet on wet, then I will first wet my paper, let the paper dry up. Reason being, I want the paper to soak as much water it wants right at the beginning. This is one of the reasons. Second is, if I'm doing wet on wet, then my paper is ready for whatever kind of color I want to, let it move around. I suppose every part is. Now in wet on wet, if you need too much water, which we generally need, then I put another layer of water only in the places where I want the water to be. So I'm right now just taking Prussian blue. Kirti, if you can see, there's too much of water right now in my paper.
Yes, ma'am.
This was orange and Prussian blue. Now if there is water, that is the time when your color actually, your brush will also move so freely. Otherwise there's always a, like the brush will not be so smooth in its movement.
Yes.
If you want this somewhere it is becoming extra, you always have an option to remove it with a dry brush. This is the time when you don't start with the second layer. But if you want to begin with the second layer at this point of time itself, before it dries up, then in that time there should be very less water in your brush and more color, because paper already has too much of color. Sorry, paper already had too much of water, and the color that it has initially, it will become very light. So if you want to go on adding dark at that particular time itself when it is wet, because you want it to spread on its own, then you have to do it right now, but make sure that water is less in your brush at that time. Generally when water goes out of control, when at this layer we also add too much of water. And this is all we have learned with all our mistakes. We have done a lot of mistakes like this, and that's how we have learned. So if you actually see right now, there's not enough water in my brush and I'm just taking color, because there's not even much water in my palette. If you remember, I had, I think others would remember, I had made one crow drawing. There was a painting of crow. In that I had applied this technique, that before it dries, I had made because in that I showed a very cloudy evening sky kind of a look. So in that this technique was applied, wherein before it becomes dark, before it becomes dry, I have to make it dark. In this layer, I'm also going to add a little bit of black in some places. So I'm going with a darker one so that I can show you how water can help you, the water which is already existing on your paper, which is not dried yet. I'm just playing with that, because I'm not even dipping my brush in water 10 times, or I'm not trying to, get extra water and press over here. Now, once you're done, if you feel that at a certain point it looks that it has become very dark, that is the time you wash your brush in clean water, get rid of as much water as possible, and then just remove it from there. This you should do only if you feel that it has become dark over there.
Okay.
and before it dries, because once it dries then you cannot. Then what will happen is that time if you try to do, then you're actually going to scrape the paper away. Right now it is still wet, so the color has not yet settled, so you can get rid of the excess water and excess color that you want to remove from your paper. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you guys would have noticed, while I applied the second layer of the dark layer, I was just in this much area. I kind of did not touch this area, because this is the part which will get somehow or the other touched to my bottom layer when I'm going to color. And if it is wet, then this entire color will spread in that. So this is one of the key actually. So this is kind of a small tip that I'm telling you. Whenever you're adding a second dark layer when your background is wet, that time try not to touch the absolute bottom. Okay, so now let's move to the bottom part. So I'll just wet a little bit, not too much this time, very little. And I'm gonna take yellow ochre. In this layer obviously you will have to have little water also and little color also. I'm just taking yellow ochre. And wherever you feel that it has not spread, because that means there is no water, just dip your brush, wash your brush and just spread that. Right?
Yes.
Now it depends what kind of land you want, what kind of color you want in your land. So this is basically sap green, black and raw umber. And one important thing to make sure that your brush is moving smooth is where you are holding your brush. That really matters. Because if you are holding here, your water control will be difficult. Because then everything will get blotted in one place. Because when you're holding here, you have too much pressure on your brush. So make sure you hold it at this place. So let's say if I have to tell in this brush, then always hold it where the metal is starting. That's the right place. Because you are able to move the brush more freely when you're holding it a little bit behind, not right from where the bristles are coming out. Okay, now if you guys would have noticed, I did not touch this part. I left this part. I just colored in this much area. Because now I'm going to work over here. So let's say So if you see, I first colored whichever color I wanted, that has started spreading. I'm allowing it to spread, and on top of that I'm just further outlining it with the other color. When which brush to take, when which brush to use, totally depends on the area you are going to color. Now from this layer, your use of water should reduce. There should not be too much water in your brush, because paper is wet. Paper is solid wet. Because if you see, colors are actually spreading on its own.
Yeah.
If there is excess water in your brush, get rid from it in the palette itself. And when you are doing a little detail kind of a work where you don't want, like, too much of like, you don't want to go with in a bigger area, that time hold the brush little closer, because you are limiting yourself in a small area. So that is the time when you start holding your brush little closer. And why I use which color, it just depends on where you're going to color that and which color you want to see over there, or whatever you are looking at, and whatever color is visible to our eyes, whatever you're trying to replicate or whatever you're trying to portray. Now here, see, my brush is not moving. So I will just dip the tip of my brush. That means this part of the paper is also dried. So you just dip the brush in water, and you just start working your way on it. So see, in these areas where water is already there, I don't even have to worry for it to spread. So you have to know that from which part you want to start, where it should spread, where it should not spread. That is totally 100% the call of the artist. When it doesn't move, just the tip of the brush goes in the water. You have to be little quick in some places, because if it dries then you cannot afford to again, especially these small areas. These small areas are very difficult to again wet, because that is when water goes out of control. And now at this point of time you can add whatever details you want to add. Okay, following?
Yes, ma'am.
After this you can move ahead to your houses and you can just add whatever details you want to add to it. Now basically kind of a final work. Never force your brush to move. Always make sure that it moves smoothly. That's it. Your work is done. Done, more or less. If you want to add anything else in the sky, you feel like that, okay, you should make it more blue or you should make it more red or orange, that is totally your choice. But when you do that, make sure you have enough water in your brush and enough color to support you on that. And remember, whenever you do this layer later on, don't go like this. Hold it behind, make the entire bristle kind of touches the brush, the paper, so that it becomes smooth. And obviously this will leave some lines, so just make sure the line part is taken care.
No, you actually finished it fast.
Yes, so this is how your entire drawing will look like.